Hello, my loves, and welcome back. So, recently I was asked by a good friend whether or not I felt that women who constantly dated the same type of guy over and over with the same results were the problem. My response was no, they are not the problem, they are the contributors. And this is why. So, I'll give you an example. I have dated multiple types of guys, yet the ones that I chose to pursue, the outcome was always the same. It was like dating the same guy in a different package. My good friend had pointed out that there was at least one guy that I never pursued, and she wanted to know why. And I told her I didn't pursue this particular guy because he was consistent, he was very communicative, and he knew what he wanted. For myself, I was always used to dysfunctional relationships, situationships, family, friendships, everything. So something that was fairly positive for me made me uncomfortable. It wasn't that wasn't my arena. And I knew dating this person would have forced me to come out of my comfort zone. It would have forced me to learn how to communicate. It would have forced me to know what I wanted. And that was something that I wasn't ready for. I wasn't ready for that at all. Not only was I not ready, I had no idea how to do that. I never knew how to effectively communicate. I didn't know the first step of figuring out what I wanted. And the ego prevented me from being vulnerable enough to say that, communicate that to the person. So instead, I would just distance myself from that person. Now, we're still good friends, but as far as on a more relationship base, I didn't want that with that person. I would never pursue it. Whenever I felt like it was getting close, I would fall back, way back. And I don't to come to that realization kind of made me clutch my pearls because it's just like, damn, girl, all of these relationships and all of the pain and all of the heartache and all of disappointment, you had a hand in that. This was like your fault. Because your unwillingness to step out of your comfort zone into something new, you stay with what you were familiar with, and what you were familiar with was dysfunction and pain and heartache and disappointment. And that's what you got. So it's crazy to deep down inside know that you want and deserve better, but you still keep going for the same thing because that's what's familiar to you. You are sabotaging yourself. And when I tell you I used to run from that, I used to run. Like for this particular person, we would go out, we would have a great time, talking, laughing, talking about everything, childhood, whatever you can think of. And as soon as he would like, okay, well, come on to my house after we watch movies, we'll, bake cookies, whatever the case may be, I would be like, oh, hell no, I got something to do. I can't do that. Like, I would run. Retreat! Look, I would run. I couldn't do it. It felt too much like we're getting closer. We're getting closer. I could not do that, y'all. And that's something I feel like a lot of women have a problem with recognizing about themselves. They're so busy thinking about, okay, well, they're the same, everyone's the same, it's the same thing over and over and over again. But no one ever takes the time to think about, well, what is it that I am doing? What thought process do I possess? What thing is familiar to me that I keep looking for in each and every one of these people? And it's not serving me at all. I think that's the issue. I think we're not trying to take time to figure out where we went wrong, what we did. It's just always what we're getting, and it's unfair, and it's this and it's that. Yeah, it's unfair, but you did it. You you played a part in that. You were a contributor to that. And I feel like that's super important to come to that realization. And it was super hard for me to admit to myself, like, girl, you are legit used to dysfunction. When things start to go right, I start to panic because it's just like, okay, things are going right. This feels crazy. How do I maintain this? Do I have what it takes to maintain things going right every single day over and over and over again? Do I have that? That's tough. And it's always been tough for me because as positive as I am, or as positive as I think I am, I still have a hard time believing good things and good situations will and are supposed to happen for me. I have gotten used to the train of thought that things that are supposed to be yours are tough. You got to go through all these obstacles and then you get your sunshine, you get your prize. No, it's not supposed to be like that. Everything's not hard, everything's not tough. And it's took me this long to figure that out. So now I'm dating, and a couple people in particular that I'm talking to now that are great communicators. They know what they want, they're smart, mature, almost everything that I feel like a man is to me. And I'm not running. I'm not. I am engaging. I'm working on my communication. And I find myself, whenever I'm asked a question about something, I force myself, of course, to be vulnerable in my answer. And after I do, on the inside, I'm screaming because I'm like, girl, did you just say that? Oh my God, you just admitted that. You did that. Yes, you just said that. And this little part of me is like, shit, we shouldn't have said that. But then it's just like, no, you're a big girl. Express yourself. Say how you feel. I feel like I've been through enough to where I can decipher who I cannot be vulnerable with now. So this is a interesting challenge and new chapter for me, but I'm embracing it. I'm most definitely embracing it. So now I apply this with everything, like with my projects. I tend to procrastinate and I lack consistency. Well, what's going on, Nine, that you like to procrastinate? What's going on that you can't stay consistent? Well, for one, I am a perfectionist, so I like things to be perfect. And instead of just doing things and letting them come out the way they come out and letting them progress over time, I feel like it should be perfect right now. That's one thing. And then the other is a part of me was afraid of success. I know that I'm talented. I know that I can do whatever I want to. I know that I can manifest anything that I want to manifest. I had a fear of success because that brings attention. And then once you get this attention, it comes expectations and they expect you to do this or be that. And I just didn't want that. Like, I just want to be able to create and be creative and not have all that. But I'm starting to learn that, hey girl, no matter what you're doing, people like you. You're likable. Get over it. Just create. And whatever comes with it, comes with it. You just focus on your creations and spreading whatever message that you're looking to spread. All that other stuff just shouldn't matter. So now I'm in a whole different mind frame. I had to get to the root of it, of why I was feeling the way I was feeling, why I was doing what I was doing. And now that I've figured it out, it's like falling off of me. I'm not feeling that way anymore. So accountability is necessary. It is necessary. And now it's like a drug. It's just everything now with everything. I'm just trying to, okay, now, so, what do we need to change in our thought process to make this work? What do we need to move around? What do we need to compromise on? What do we need to put our ego or our pride aside to accomplish? That's just where I'm at right now. And it's working for me. I'm not no expert and I'm not no life coach or whatever the case may be, but if you ain't got no accountability going on, you think you should go get some. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real. If you keep getting the same negative outcome with the situation, it may be time for you to take a step back and think about the part you're playing and your thought process about the situation and what you can possibly do differently for a different outcome. Okay? I love you all and I thank you for joining me. I am Nayuri and this is the D&D Nayuri podcast. Be looking out for the next episode, and until next time, you have a better day.